I'd say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had otherwise.
There's not a better way to start out the AAA Flyers Cup Final in 2021 than listening to the voice of Lauren Hart. 11-11 Flyers Cup titles to both LaSalle and Malvern. You're watching the TU Ice Network and the Flyers Cup YouTube channel. And boys, I am so excited. Zach Demuse, Luke Milai, and myself, Dylan Coyle, will be on the call. Luke, I mean, this is eclectic right now.
It's incredible, Dylan. This is such an exciting matchup. And as you know, we did a ton of APAC games this year. So just as these teams do, they know each other so well. They played 3 times in the regular season, Malvern taking 2 of those 3 matchups. They would have matched up again in the APAC final. It'd still be determined if that will happen, but we are getting such a good matchup tonight. These teams don't like each other, and we love that.
Zach, I know you're going to be on the bench right alongside the Malvern crew. I don't think they're going to have one of their top players, though, after an injury against St. Joe's, and that's Chris Blango.
Yeah, he plays a huge role on this team. As Luke mentioned it, we've had the pleasure of watching the APAC hockey playoffs so far this season, both these teams being a part of that, and he does a lot on and off the ice, especially on the bench as well. Dylan, I'm looking at the goaltenders tonight. Both of these guys have been absolutely tremendous for both of their teams so far in the playoffs, including the Flyers Cup as well, and we're underway.
We are underway in the 2021 AAA Flyers Cup Final, and into the LaSalle zone go Malvern. But the other way, here they come. Daniel Widdock, he gets it up to his teammate and David Kimmel, and immediately the try goes to the boards, and Sam Bucco will try to fish it out with his skates. Still looking for it. A player falls down. It's kept momentarily in the zone, but look out. A 2-on-1. Right circle. There's a pass across. It does not even get to the stick. It looked like of his teammate down there. Couldn't quite see who that was. Keenan Schneider, potentially. Or Jacobs, that was. So a little bit of a hectic start to begin. 40 seconds in, boys.
And we're going to see a lot of that, Dylan. It's the championship game. Everybody's got nerves. So you're going to see these teams are going to have to settle in quickly. There's going to be a lot of back and forth opportunities just like that.
Yes, there will. Big hit amongst the boards to the right of the LaSalle netminder, Liam Gross. Behind the cage, into the circle, there's a shot. Gross didn't know where it was, but he covered it up. And the first shot, or the second shot, I guess you could say, a second save for Liam Gross. Gross comes into this game a .916 save percentage in the regular season, 1.9 goals against average, face off to the right of him. It's won by LaSalle, and the LaSalle College High School Explorers will try to get it out of the zone, cannot do it. Costable up to Doyle, deep slot shot, bouncer, gloved by Gross. And that's his 3rd attempt. That's been snuffed out by the netminder in the game. Zach, you know, I know we were talking about the goaltenders. You feel like it's going to be a goaltending battle.
With Gross on one end and Purdy on the other, I mean, Luke can attest, both of these guys have been sensational. But another thing to add, Dylan, Malvern head coach screaming, play to the whistle before puck drop today. Look for them to be aggressive often and almost every time they have possession of the puck.
Liam Gross comes out to play, decides against it, as Chase Hannon was there. His defensive stallmate in the back is going to help him out with that. And Malvern trying to control the puck handedly. Doyle throws it up, goes past Kirk's stick, who's still following it, and Budzinski will take it to the corner boards. Kirk gave him a little shove, and the puck goes out to the neutral zone. They tag up, and a line change for the Malvern Friars. Immediately the other way with some speed, Ryan Desmond, right circle shot. It deflects into the slot. Did not get enough on it. Was Christopher Wennick. Oh, a golden opportunity there. But it's going to be Michael Casey now. Being held up in the half boards. He loses the puck. That was a beautiful try for him. He couldn't make it work, and into LaSalle ice it goes. Left half boards. LaSalle going left to right. Malvern the opposite. Into the zone. Giordano goes. He can't get the shot on goal. It was blocked. Big hit in the corner. And that's LaRock who let it fly. The other way. Jacobs now. Right circle shot. Pass across. Score! The captain, Sam Bucco, 1-0 Malvern.
That's a momentum swing, Dylan. We see LaSalle lose the puck on one end. Malvern flies to the other end, a huge opportunity, and anytime you can get on the board first in the championship game, you're going to feel it.
When the puck was coming across ice, Dylan, everybody on the Malvern bench realized that it was in perfect position for Sambuco, who are at least the skater at first, to take it up the ice and have that extra advantage. Defenseman falls down, 2-on-1 opportunity. We got a 1-0 hockey game. What a shot.
It all came from that big hit in the near corner in Malvern ice. 1-0. The Friars lead it early on. In this championship game, winner of the Flyers Cup will play the winner of the Penguins Cup in the state championship in just a few days, actually. The 24th, I believe. Into the zone. The Explorers go, lose control of the puck. Matthew Harris up with Kirk. Could it be another 2-on-1? Kirk passing it across to Harris. The hero from last game could not get a stick on it, and it comes out to neutral ice. Doherty spinning back to Doyle. A dipsy-do, moves his way past two Explorers, but loses control of the puck in the mid-slot. Puck bouncing and comes out to neutral ice to be just slotted back in by Trainer. Puck dying behind cage, and it's Chase Hannon. Got an assist in the quarterfinal against Father Judge. Passes up, a shot, glove down, and that's a big start to the game for Anthony Purdy. Christopher Winnick had a chance there.
But that's what you want to see from LaSalle, Dylan. They've given up a couple odd man rushes going that way, and down 1-0, you cannot let this thing extend. You want to keep it at least a one-goal game. You got to settle in. We've seen Malvern already settle in. Now it's the Explorers' time to get some shots on net.
Face-off won by the Explorers and thrown cross ice diagonally into the zone. Again, kept in at the left point, and chasing after it is Christopher Winnick. Puck bouncing along the stanchion, still rolling. No one can seem to get a good grip on it. And Holt, it went past him a little bit. Malvern get the puck, and LaSalle will change. LaRock over to Scherer, who gets railed into the boards right at the red line at center ice. And that's a big hit. He's going off the ice now. Puck bouncing in the air. They wanted a high stick there. No call as he touched it with a stick below the shoulder or the waist, that is. And all of a sudden, these teams look to be a little more equal than they were at the very beginning of it. The other way, it's David Kimmel. Has a lot of speed, but run into the corner boards. Michael Casey now controlling it. Stick handles. Oh, a dangerous pass. Jacobs could not find his teammate, and Michael Casey with all the speed takes it away, and it's sticked by Jacobs into neutral ice. It's dumped in. Doherty now passing it to Doyle, who has to break it out, and a pass banged off the heel of a stick for Sambuco to bring it out into offensive ice. Goes off of Jacob's shin pad, and falling down behind the cage was Matt Giordano. Puck does roll all the way down the other end of the ice. Icing is waved off, and line changes happening for both teams. Costable, a spinorama, loses control of the puck, but it somehow finds its way to Kirk. Kirk shot gloved by Gross. Whistle blown, 5 minutes in to the first period of play.
And you said it right, Dylan. I mean, these teams really settling down. 11:41 left to go in the first period. Let's remember, Malvern only lost once this season, and guess who it was to? These very own LaSalle Explorers. So the fact that, yes, they won 11 games, but it is possible that LaSalle has a chance tonight, and they've done it before earlier this season.
Won by the Friars. Right point, a shot. It's sticked up and into the netting. You know, when we're talking about the 11 Flyers Cups that each team has, whoever wins this one will take that lead there. In AAA, it's 10-8. LaSalle leads the Flyers Cup total.
There's some pride there, Dylan.
Yeah, there is. There's a ton of pride. And the Explorers take it, and with some speed, they move up. It's Jake Hannon, right circle, moving into the middle, checked off the puck by Getzy. Back all the way to the left point. Big hit, but made the pass. Left point, looking for traffic. It hit a body and fell down on the ice in the slot. Still taken by Hannon now. Left circle shot. Oh, it almost handcuffed him. Low into the pads. Big save there. Again, though, the Explorers getting some offensive zone time. Falling down the ice. Left circle, a shot. Deflects. And it's saved by Purdy. It might have died a bit on the way there. Kirk does not get it out of the zone. Hannon, oh, a clean giveaway. It's Costable. One-on-one. He might have some space. Moving in on goal. Score! The backhander. It's in the net. It's 2-0 Friars.
That was an incredibly strong finish, Dylan. A man on his back, still able to get it where he needed to go, and he gets it in the back of the net. And there's another example. You turn the puck over and you pay for it. The Explorers are making too many mistakes here early in this first period, and they might have just called a timeout. No, I don't think so.
Well, Zach, I know you're down on the bench. Timeout wouldn't necessarily be the worst idea at this point.
It wouldn't, but I do not believe there was a timeout. I did hear timeout, but I think they were possibly discussing the possibility of calling one. But no timeout, obviously, as we're back in action.
A strong play makes it 2-0 for the Friars, and they want more. Campbell, offensive zone. Puck still bouncing. It's taken by Timothy Whittock. A few related players on both teams, I believe just LaSalle's, with Whittock and Hannon. Trainer now, below cage, near corner, handling it, backhands it to Campbell, who throws it back out into the slot. Nobody was home. And this is where you need your big names to step up for the Explorers. They need to get some momentum, just like they had in the offensive opportunities just 30 seconds before that goal occurred. And look who has it. It's the speedy Michael Casey, 13 goals regular season, right circle shot. It deflects off the skate of Doyle. Left half boards, backhanded, and it's thrown all the way down the other end of the ice. Automatic icing called here, just past the 10 minutes remaining mark of the first period.
And something important to remember, Dylan, I mean, both of these goals so far that Malvern has scored, one was on a bad play by a defenseman, and the other one was just a big hit, and the puck eluded LaSalle to begin with. So LaSalle's still in this thing. They just got to know to calm down a little bit, make sure they're in their spots, and try to get this back even. We know Purdy, he's hard to get one against. Now they need 2.
Sambuco takes it, right wing zone entry, passing it into the middle. It eludes his teammate on the rush, and immediately go the Explorers. It's Casey, right circle, passing it, slot shot, wide of cage. Casey again trying to pass it into the slot. It was intercepted, but just poked free, and the Explorers still have it. Casey, circle, shot, big shoulder save by Anthony Purdy. It was an awkward one, but it gets the job done. This is going to be iced again by the Malvern Friars. 9:26 remaining in the period.
Michael Casey's starting to heat up, Dylan. You mentioned he's one of those guys that's got to step up. You mentioned 13 goals in the regular season. Well, he's continued that. He's got 5 goals in the Flyers Cup alone. This guy is on fire. He's kept up what he did in the regular season, and you can see he's getting some shots on net, getting some opportunities for his teammates here.
Including a hat trick against Father Judge. Puck is thrown out of play. No delay of game at this level, so that'll just lead to another face-off. You know, Michael Casey, he's had 3 penalties called against him in these 2 games. You need him out on the ice.
Yeah, especially when you're down early. He's the guy that's going to create a majority of those opportunities for your team.
Puck flown into the zone, and Doherty will be back to take it for the Friars. Has some pressure, is able to throw the puck out to the red line, but eludes Doyle, and Doherty will once again get this underway to try and move it out. Kirk, it goes by him, and Liam Gross will play it to his defensive partners, and Hannon will lose control. Doherty again throwing it in. They just seem to be playing a little bit of pinball at the moment. And it's Hannon. Oh, this is going to be too many men on the ice. That's what the call is. Unfortunate timing on the change there for the Friars. But now the LaSalle power play will go to work. A 35.7% conversion rate. 5 for 14 in the regular season, Luke.
Yeah, and Dylan, we actually saw one of these types of plays the other night. If he didn't try to touch that puck, then it wouldn't have been a penalty, but that would have been a huge opportunity against Purdy. So he almost had to take that penalty to prevent the rush the other way. And you mentioned it, Dylan. This is a LaSalle team that in the regular season scored on 36% of their power plays. They're at 31% in the Flyers Cup. We'll see if they can build on those numbers tonight.
Left point, a shot, deflects and goes behind the cage. Now it's Casey. Up to Hannon at the right point. Circling it back to Casey. Hannon, deep slot, a shot, blockered away by Purdy, and down the other end of the ice. 20 seconds off the power play. We're past the halfway point of the first period. Hannon enters the zone, a shot from the right circle. It's blocked, it's Casey. Back to Hannon, back to Casey. Near corner boards. Back up to Hannon. They're playing with the puck a lot right here. And finally, they're sharing it over across to Budzinski. To Hannon, deep slot. Casey has some space. Right circle, a shot down low, looking for a rebound. Where is it? It's covered. And a lot of post whistle shoving. No one's happy with what just happened. And I think, more than anyone, it's Casey who's upset.
I think you gotta like this if you're an Explorers fan, though, Dylan. I think we've seen Malvern be the more physical, more aggressive team early, so I think, especially with the man advantage, the Explorers, they got to get into this type of stuff.
Yes, they do, and Zach, you know, I really wonder what the energy is on the bench.
Well, for Malvern especially, they're reiterating to make sure they're sticking to their game plan, playing the way that they want to play, and not letting LaSalle dictate the pace on the ice. Obviously, taking a penalty early doesn't help them.
Right circle, a shot blocked away. Sorry to cut you off. Always action. Hannon up to the left point. Over across to the defensive Hannon. Chase Hannon. Over across to Jake. Hits the far goal post with his shot. Near us, but far to him. Oh, that would have been a wonderful way to answer right back. Into the zone quickly. It's Jake Hannon, who's held up against the half boards. Again, he gets it shot. What a beauty! Score! Jake Hannon. The lead is cut in half.
This is what it's all about, Dylan. A championship game, and now the Explorers on the board. You love to see it. You want a back-and-forth championship game, and if you're LaSalle, that was so needed to capitalize on that power play. That is huge in a game like this.
You know,
not only the momentum to score the goal, but the momentum to keep the power play alive, and knowing that the power play is working. Definitely a momentum swing in LaSalle's favor. Now, I'd say more pressures on Malvern, even though they're still up one, to make sure they're continuing their hard style of play.
Malvern gave up one penalty, or one goal, while on the penalty kill all regular season. 16 for 17 in penalty kills. And this one, well, they couldn't hold that margin up, at least for now. Into the zone, the Explorers go looking for more. Daniel Widdock, it's dropped back to David Kimmel, but given away. Sambuco now. Top players out for the Friars to try and respond. Jacobs loses it to Michael Casey. You always get a little bit more excited when Casey's on the ice. Gets by a few players. Into the right wing. David Kimmel passing it across to Casey. Rebound. Two big saves by Anthony Purdy. And the other way, Jacobs might reach it. Cannot. And David Kimmel immediately back into the zone. It's Casey. Right circle, passing it back to Kimmel. Caught it at a weird angle. Will walk the tightrope and trying to dump it in. It was a little bit lackadaisical there. Kirk, left wing zone entry. Left circle, protecting it on his backhand. Passing it into the slot. It's to Costable. He gets the shot off, and a big save there by Gross. Far corner, Costable. Pushing it down low. Harris wasn't there to get it. Instead, it's Chase Hannon. Fighting for the puck. At the top of the circle. No one can seem to get it. Turnaround shot, Harris. Big save by Gross. 6 minutes to go. It's 2-1 Malvern. Doyle almost taken away, and a shot is taken. Oh, some interesting work by Doherty, and it looks like Keenan Schneider. They're not fans of each other, and it's going to be Jake Hannon who gets the puck in the offensive zone. Pushed up against the wall twice. He still is able to just poke the puck, but it goes to Doherty, who has a lot of blue to try and work around. He does it, but loses the puck in the process. Gavin O'Connell with the dump in. Jake Hannon, he's been out there for a long time, chasing it. He's tired. He might want to get off for a change very soon. Tim Widdock is able to pressure Doyle, and Hannon couldn't reach it. This puck is going to go down the other end of the ice. Icing waved off. A change happening. Jake Hannon gets off. puck is thrown out of play. 5 minutes to go. And a faceoff looks to be coming up into LaSalle ice.
And Dylan, right before that, we had seen LaSalle. Now they're starting to get some more opportunities against Purdy, and we give Michael Casey a ton of credit, deservedly so, but someone you can't overlook is David Kimmel. He's the next guy, and he's created just about as many opportunities as Michael Casey. You see them, they're always flying up the ice together. They're a dynamic duo.
Only a goal and an assist for Kimmel in these 2 games so far in the Flyers Cup. And you almost need him to step up a tiny bit more, because we know what he's capable of.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Great players, they have to play even greater under lights like this.
Yeah. Liam Gross is getting some work done to his pads. Looked like it was a little bit loose. And some claps for him. Face-off being held to his left. And it's dropped. Won by Malvern. A shot. Big pad save. Another shot. Oh, my goodness. Just wide. The whole corner of the net was open for Sambuco. All he had to do was put it a little bit more to the left. The other way, it's Jake Armstrong passing it into the slot. It's a right pad save by Purdy. The other way, puck bouncing, and it's going to be fetched by Jeremy Jacobs. All fighting for it, though. Back up, right circle, aiming for a slap shot, deflects. And it's a big save, still loose in the far corner, and it's taken by Jackson Limar, who throws it up to Jake Armstrong. Only a goal this season in the regular season, throws it in on goal. Purdy catches it, drops it off for his teammates, line change again. That pass, it finds the stick of, it looks like Matthew Harris, but fortunately for Harris, well, fortunately maybe now, the puck is just bouncing around. Harris's glove comes off. He still runs a man into the boards and is playing with the danger of getting a slash to the hand. Nonetheless, he still follows through with the play, but it's David Kimmel. The puck catches his skate blade and moves the other way. Matthew Harris now with the glove, chasing Andrew Budzinski, who made a nice little skate move to take it away from him, or take the opportunity of him fetching the puck away. And it's flown out to Doherty in Malvern ice. 3.5 to go in the first period. It's a fast one right now, boys.
Love the pace right now, and although there's been 3 goals in this period, I think Zach's guys, Purdy and Gross, they've still played really well. They've made some tough saves on both ends.
Hannon left wing zone entry, trying to pass it back. Doesn't work, but it's pushed just farther back in behind the goal. Costable throwing it around. They're going to wave an icing off here, and a full line change happening for the Friars. Oh, and that almost was a dangerous effort. Sambuco, it looked like everyone was sleeping a little bit, and he took a shot from the neutral zone that was blocked. And that puck is flown into LaSalle's bench by Keenan Schneider, and the faceoff will again come into LaSalle ice.
3 words from the Malvern coach to his bench: we don't fold. That's the biggest message right now. Obviously, they're holding strong right now. Plenty of opportunities for both teams. And let's talk about shots. 10 to 11, LaSalle leading in shots, but very, very equal, and really settling down here of late. Excited to see what the rest of the first brings.
Face-off won by the Friars. Doyle over to the right point. A shot deflects, goes up high over cage. And now it's Jacobs looking for it. And finally, it eludes everybody and goes into Malvern ice. Icing is waved off. Doyle, first one to get there for the Friars. Slashing at it was Christopher Wennick. The puck's still bouncing. Finally, it finds Jacobs, and it's not able to get taken down by Jeremy Jacobs. He does hit it again into dangerous ice right in front of Gross, the home plate area, as they say. It is out of the zone. Donatucci, or Doherty that was unable to keep it in. So a bit of a slower pace to this game as we've gone on in this first period. It's almost like the getting to know each other process is far over at this point.
Yeah, we saw a lot of physicality, a lot of hits early, and now teams are starting to try and play their brand of hockey and really try and put their game plan onto the ice.
Kirk in the face-off dot versus Michael Casey. 2 big names for each team. Face-off won very cleanly by Casey. The other way, though, it's going to be Costable with a shot blockered away by Gross. That was a quick rush back into the offensive zone for the Friars. Right side, Sambuco dumps it in. Big hit against Hannon. Costable, where's the puck? It landed on top of the cage. And a whistle is blown. 2 minutes left in the first. That could have been a hairy situation to be in.
Yeah, that was a little scary there. And Dylan, it's going to be important for both teams here to end this period strong. You do not want to give up a leaky goal here at the end of a period, in a period that was so hard fought, so competitive.
Well, let's see if your broadcasting jinx comes into play here. Scherer, left circle, a shot bouncing into the glove from that point.
Imagine if that just deflected in. Imagine.
I would not have been shocked right there, Luke. Oh my goodness. Face off, same area. This time, one on the tie-up, and it's Kimmel with a ton of speed going at Scherer, who's watching his chest all the way. Kimmel now losing the puck, still looking for it, but Scherer gets it. Now it's LaRocque and Kimmel coming together. Kimmel's just a man on a mission right now.
That was some great team defense on him, though.
That was some beautiful defense. Gross coming out to play the puck, maybe a little too aggressively right there, and it gets caught up in the skates of one of the officials out on the ice right now. Puck still bouncing around in LaSalle. Ice finally gone. It's Casey with speed, all alone. Right circle, moves into the slot. Slapper! Larceny by Purdy.
I almost don't even want to say anything, Dylan. What a save. That was tremendous. And as advertised, Gross and Purdy have been sensational so far in this first period.
Wow. Unbelievable. Near side offensive face-off for the Explorers. Trying to dipsy-do is Max Medallo. Losing it. Jacobs, Sambuco, 3-on-2 for the Friars. Jacobs, left circle. Lost his footing a bit, passes it back. Now the other side, there might be a rush for the Explorers, but even men, and Jake Hannon will just dump it in. It goes by Purdy, who had to come back into his net very quickly and going the other side. 50 seconds left in the first period. 2-1, Malvern in the lead here. AAA Flyers Cup final. Jacobs, right circle, shot! Oh, it was almost slapped out of midair and into the back of the net. Almost. The other way, though. It's Keenan Schneider who has it. Schneider getting pushed by Doyle. Behind cage, has some help. Medallo, back up to the point. A shot, deflected, over cage. Again, it's Schneider who throws it back on net. Hannon has it. Purdy is way out of his cage, and the puck is still loose. Max Medallo, 15 seconds left. Giordano, a shot, looking for the deflection. Jake Hannon almost gets it. He does get it finally. 8 seconds left. Puck out to neutral ice. Maybe one last shot. Not even hustling to get back onside right there. Could have had an opportunity. 3 seconds left, and there's one thing that you hate more than anything as a coaching staff. It's especially at the end of that period, not getting on your horse.
Yeah, and a great job by Purdy there, keeping this a one-goal game. We talked about how important it is to end this period strong.
Face-off won by the Friars. That's it. Period number 1 is over. We're going to take a short break here. No ice cup between the first and second periods. We'll be right back on the Flyers Cup YouTube channel. This is the TU Ice Network. Hello and welcome back to the second period of action here. 2021 AAA Flyers Cup Final. This has been an incredible game so far. Still 34 minutes of hockey left. Malvern now going from left to right. LaSalle College High School going right to left. And these goaltenders have been remarkable, even with the 3 goals scored in the first period combined.
As advertised, Dylan.
As advertised indeed. David Kimmel spinning, backhanding it, below goal. Tries to get to it, puck bouncing over his blade. And now it's shielded from us in the corner boards. And Laroque will take it and pass it to Sambuco. Left wing entry, has Laroque going to the net, trying to look for him for a deflection. Nothing coming out of it, and the other way. When you have a shot like that, there's always speed down the other side. Casey in the corner boards, the near corner, spinning with it, still holding it, spinning, a shot, it's down low, looking for someone to be there, no one was there. Kept into the zone, but only for a moment. Left circle, running in on goal. He cannot make it work, but a shot from the left circle from Jacobs. Almost found it. Sambuco wanted that shot though at the right circle. He was winding for a 1-T. Jacobs will get off as the puck is put into neutral ice for Malvern to take and try to get everything restarted. Doherty, his pass intercepted. Costable comes back and takes it away from Keenan Schneider. Still bouncing, swatted now with a spinning swat by Kirk. And Costable with a shot sticked away to the near, or the far corner, by Gross. Liam Gross has been very busy, but so has Anthony Purdy, 15 shots apiece. Purdy has been just marginally better, but it's all that matters right now. Hannon will try and pass it. Loses it. Harris, right circle, slapper, right into the bread basket of Liam Gross. He'll cover it up 2 minutes into the second period.
Something to keep an eye on, Dylan. Traffic in front of the goaltender. Late in the first period, Malvern's bench was very upset with how much traffic was in front of Anthony Purdy, at least for that last sequence when the puck was bouncing all over the place and no one really knew where it was. Clean it up was what was yelled from the Malvern bench.
Clean it up. Yes, sir, that was something that was absolutely needed. Just too much traffic. And with too much traffic, you always worry as the team on defense in that moment. Puck in the corner, kicked free. And away, Chase Hannon will throw it up to Christopher Wennick. Wennick shovels it down deep. He'll come back. There was no chance there. Oh, and given away right in front to Ryan Desmond. It slapped off his blade, though. He loses control of it. And again, LaSalle pressuring to try and keep this puck in the offensive zone. And they're doing a fantastic job here. Exactly what they need. Big hit in the corner, and that was laid on by Ryan Desmond. Puck still in the offensive zone for LaSalle. Still deep slot, a shot. It looked like it was just keeping it down low and passing it back out into the slot. No one's home. And look at that, a pass into the slot was the one that came all the way out into neutral ice. A good bit of pressure there. Gavin O'Connell slaps it down deep. And again, the forecheck goes to work. This puck is going to be thrown down the other end of the ice for icing against the Malvern Friars.
And you guys were talking about cleaning it up. That's what LaSalle's done. Since going down 2-0, they've really turned things around. And Dylan, we were talking about it pregame. This is a Malvern team that dominates first periods. They were plus 13 in the first period in the regular season, and LaSalle able to keep it at 1 when it could have been much worse. So I think that's something they're looking to build on now.
Casey in the face-off dot for the Explorers. Has Kimmel right behind on his forehand. One back by Casey to Kimmel. Oh, shot, score! Kimmel! It was drawn up and executed perfectly. 2-2.
It's like you were on the bench, Dylan. You said he's right behind him, and it went to him. I said you can't overlook David Kimmel. The Casey to Kimmel connection, it's 2-2.
One way to beat Anthony Purdy, traffic in front. He might not be able to do it in the middle of a play. How about right off the face-off? Perfect execution from LaSalle. Gentlemen, it's a 2-2 hockey game. We're starting over.
Starting over indeed. Casey still out on the ice with Kimmel, who just scored. Kimmel stumbling. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Andrew Budzinski floats it in. They're on sides here. LaSalle looking to forecheck. Casey, big hit in the half boards. Oh no, and stumbling down is Andrew Budzinski. Big hit against Jacobs by Hannon. And Casey has it with speed. Right wing side. Slows down. Surveys his options. Shot. Oh, a big rebound. It was juicy. Hannon could not get his stick on it. Back into the slot. Another shot. It was saved, but where is it? Again, spinning with it. He couldn't find it. Was Daniel Whittock. Back up to the left point, looking for a deflection. It floats high over the glove side of Purdy. Everything going at the cage of Purdy. In the corner boards. LaSalle still holding it, but it's swatted out of the zone just now, and away Jacobs will go with it. Jacobs has Harris, and it's hit up against the wall. Looking for it, or that was Jacobs, excuse me. And Harris floats around, will send it down deep. Below cage, trying to look for Harris. Harris coming down into the slot, just not enough traffic there for the Friars to get anything going on. You know, as an icing call is made with 5 minutes gone in the second period, I mean, Zach, you don't want traffic, but it looks like LaSalle is very happy with putting traffic in front of their net.
Yeah, and you know, you play to your strengths, right? And when you have defensemen as big and as physical as LaSalle, maybe that's what they want to do. Bait Malvern into the front of the net and then lay some big hits on, as we've seen early on in this one.
Kirk wants to put his team back into the lead. He's got to win a face-off against Max Medallo. Until Medallo is thrown out of the face-off dot, or no, he's back in. Kirk wins it and throws it right on goal. Whistle blown again.
They liked what they saw on that LaSalle face-off. They're getting a quick shot off the draw, but hey, sometimes you can catch a goaltender off guard like that.
Some of the prettiest goals are scored when it's just a quick shot right off the face-off and no one's expecting it. Especially the commentators. That's us. Some confusion on who's going to stay on the ice and who's going out.
Dylan, clean hockey game at the same time. Only penalty taken was too many men on the ice. No real physicality, overload so far. And I perceive that we're going to see that a little bit later on in the game, but so far so good.
Jacobs put in the face-off dot after Sambuco was thrown out. We lost it, but immediately it's Malvern going on the attack, but it floats up, and the other way goes David Kimmel. Kimmel now with speed, cuts into the middle, hit, and loses the puck. Casey in the near corner, right up against the wall, people there, trying to find its way down, and Malvern has it. Jacobs, right circle, a shot, sticked away. A beautiful defensive bat check by Andrew Budzinski. Budzinski, excuse me.
You hit it right on the head, Dylan. That was a huge play. Malvern, that's how they've scored some of their goals, flying the other way after a LaSalle turnover.
Doherty. It's given away. LaSalle has an opportunity. Deep slot, a shot, hits a shin pad and flies away. That was Timothy Woodcock there. In the boards, losing his footing was Jackson Lindmar, but good for him, the forecheck works. And then there's an icing call against the Friars, who are feeling the pressure. Malvern and the APAC 5-1, 3-0, and that's not 3 losses, that's 3 overtime wins. They've been in overtime 3 times and have won them all. Could that come into play later?
Could come into play now. They face some adversity and they've won when it's mattered most.
They've won tight games. They haven't lost too many. Only 1 loss, both regular and in league standings. Face-off won by the Explorers. Jackson Lindmar, far half boards, floats it down for Jake Armstrong. Puck bounces up in the air. Armstrong still looking for it. And Kirk will be the one to come out of that one with the puck. And Harris now up at his own point, avoids a big check. It's Costable all alone, sticked away from him. And Thomas Duquette will just try and swing it down. Goes past the blade of Duquette. Gross now, that's a dangerous... Don't put it on your forehand and throw it at your goal, please. The other way. Could be a 3-on-2, but it looks like it's slow in development. Timothy Whittock, his shot. Right pad save by Purdy. That was scary from from Gross's point of view. Costabile now, right half boards. Duquette there, takes a hit, can't make the play. Costabile shot! Oh, looking for the near post. And a big save by Gross, who didn't exactly know where it was. They'll cover it up. 10.5 to go in the period.
Dylan, it's something about these APAC goalies. We saw Rocco Bruno the other night flying around the net. He loved to get out of there, and Gross doing the same thing right now. These guys are active. They want to do whatever they can to get the puck out of the area, but as you said, still a bit of a scary play.
Rocco Bruno has such a great hockey name. I love it.
It's perfect.
Sambuco versus Casey. And an offensive zone faceoff for the Friars. Casey not happy. Casey wins it anyway. I feel like that's most things for Michael Casey in hockey. Daniel Widdock looking for it. Almost eludes Larocque. Kimmel now pushes it below the goal. Still holds it with a lot of speed. Watch out. If he gets it and holds it for a long time, they might resort to some hooking. Just potentially. You saw a little bit of it there. Jacobs in the corner. Widdock in the corner. Puck bouncing out to the slot. No one can get a good grip on it. And it's cleared out of the zone. Oh, and a big hit on Michael Casey. Oh my goodness, it looked like Jacobs was the one there. Into the zone, all the way back up, left circle, a shot, well wide of cage. Back to Hannon, right half boards, a slapper. It goes, hits off a body, wide, penalty coming up. And this one is going to be against the Friars for tripping.
I'm going to get some company here in the box, Dylan, but that hit, I mean, I personally looked for the referee's arms immediately after that. Looked like he went to the neck, head area. No penalty called, but unfortunately we got another one here.
And Dylan, you talked about it earlier. This is a Malvern team that only gave up 1 goal on the penalty kill this season. They've already given up 1 in this game, so it's certainly going to be tough, but LaSalle knows they can do it, and they're going to try and build off of that.
If LaSalle gets another power play goal, I mean, that just turns everything upside down. Remember, Malvern in the regular season, 16 for 17 in penalty kills. Tonight, 0 for 1. That's amazing. They doubled that total of power play goals allowed. Face-off won by Malvern, but taken by Duquette in the deep slot. Right point now. It's Giordano who throws it down deep, deflects off a stick, and it's going to be Keenan Schneider who loses control of the puck. Duquette keeps it in, but only momentarily. No, still keeps it in. But yes, it finally does come out. It's wasted 25 seconds so far. Schneider with speed. Jersey tucked. Left circle. A shot. Hit a shin pad and comes all the way back out to neutral ice. And coming back with it is Andrew Budzinski. They need a bit of a reset because this penalty kill is looking strong so far. Hannon now. His pass, it's intercepted. Costabile, it's a 2-on-2. Harris, left circle, cuts into the slot, still holding, right circle, passing it across. Oh, that could have been dangerous, but it's taken away, and moving up with the puck is Jackson Lindmar. Lindmar, right half boards, moves to the corner, still controlling it, passes it down deep. There's a shot, sharp angle, a rebound. How did that not go? It might have just rose right over the net. Budzinski now, lost the puck, tracked back to get it. Hannon, right point, holding, shot, deflection, wide. Budzinski again, pushes it to the half boards. It's cleared. 35 seconds left in this man advantage for the Explorers. Gross will float it, and lucky to not have it intercepted, but it does get onto the blade of Michael Casey. Casey to Budzinski. Behind cage, waiting for it was Daniel Widdock. Might have served him better to chase it. Widdock, a little bit of a hook. It goes back to Hannon. And over across to Budzinski all the time, and space in the world. Goes over right circle, a shot. It rose over the net. Might have caught a little bit right there of Purdy. Sambuco now, the other way, 5-on-5. His shot deflects off of Hannon's stick and goes out of play. That's the Malvern penalty kill we're used to, Zach.
Absolutely, and Dylan, big opportunity there. First stoppage since, wide open net for LaSalle. I'll tell you, Jack Costable got his body right in the middle of it, threw the knee down and prevented the big goal opportunity. That's how the puck went wide. That's how it sailed over. So you got to give him some credit for keeping this a tied game.
Face off to the right of Gross, and it's won by the Explorers, who have had the puck a lot of the time in this entire period, honestly, even going back behind the power play. Kimmel trying to make his way through, almost did, but he couldn't. Casey, the puck bouncing up. He tries to use the forehand to get it back to him, couldn't do it, but it's back up at the right point. Off the circle, off a skate, and away with it. Looks to go the Friars. Larock now almost fighting for it. I heard a whistle beforehand. Was I the only one that heard a whistle before the actual whistle was blown?
It was pretty close, but Gross diving on top of that. Dylan, I want to go back to the penalty kill. That was huge.
I might be hearing things.
Maybe, Dylan, but that penalty kill was huge. As you mentioned, before the penalty occurred, LaSalle was firing shots left and right, so they're really using the momentum of that kill to now go back the other way.
Kirk in the dot, wins it, uses his body to shield it. Harris tries to raise and get the puck. Almost got just crushed there, but it's over to Doherty. Blocked by the skate on his shot by Budzinski. His stick is lifted, thrown into the slot. No one home, but Costable is able to get it and stop the clear. Costable, his pass, intercepted by Hannon, who cuts. Oh, need. That's a penalty. And again, the Friars are going on the penalty kill. That's a scary hit. Hannon having trouble getting back to his feet. He's back up. He looks okay. 6:30 to go. Third power play of the night coming for the Explorers. That was scary.
Yeah, that's a tough hit. You never want to see hits like that where guys go down like that. But once again, another opportunity for LaSalle. We just talked about it. The Friars got that big kill. They went back the other way, and now they put themselves in another hole.
Yeah, guys, Malvern allowing Holy Ghost to stay in this one with the power plays. And it's a good chance now for them, 6:32 left to go in the second period, to take the lead, which is something they haven't done yet so far this game.
Malvern has to kill another penalty kill. One for LaSalle so far, and the face-off is one. Half-boards, a slapper well wide, and somehow it hit a stanchion and was kept into the zone. Hannon now. Far half boards, getting shoved off the puck by Doherty. His clearing attempt number one does not work. Number two, it does.
I obviously meant LaSalle. I just heard myself.
I wasn't going to correct you.
Gotta love hockey.
I wasn't going to correct you.
We've seen a lot of Holy Ghost this season.
I've made a lot of mistakes on air and off air. You know that more than anyone, Zach. Michael Casey now. Defensive zone. Eludes a stick check. Centrally. Enters it. Stops. Left circle, a big pass. Budzinski now. That's Kimmel at the left half boards. Back to Budzinski. Hannon, right point, right circle. Wrist shot, deflects, goes over cage. Kimmel now handling the bouncing puck. Gives it to Casey. Puck rolls off of his backhand and up. Now it goes to Kimmel. Budzinski. Back to Kimmel. Kimmel passing it down to the slot. Casey couldn't get it. 56 seconds left and could be an offensive opportunity while shorthanded here. Was that a trip? Officials say no, but his stick was caught up in the skate. That was a interesting one. Casey the other way, left circle. Rolling around cage. Falling down with it. Has no help. Puck slapped down the other end of the ice. Gloved on the bounce. 30 seconds left in the man advantage. And Gross again using his stick to start the breakout. Maybe a chance here. Passing or shooting it. I thought he was going to go for the pass. Decided against it. It went well wide. 20 seconds left. A clearing attempt. It's out of the zone and eludes Duquette's stick. Jacobs on the prowl, looking. Christopher Wennick now. Wennick, right circle, still holds it. Wanted to take a shot. 5 seconds left on the man advantage. It's backhanded by Scherer and kept into the zone by Timothy Widdock. But it's over. It's 5-on-5 again. Harris, though, has some speed, has some space. Harris trying to go 5-0, can't do it. The rebound is slotted home. Jeremy Jacobs, his first this Flyers Cup. Malvern back out in front, 3-2.
Dylan, I got to tell you, Harris was right next to me. The coach told him, get out of the box and go to the bench. He said, I'm going on the ice and I'm scoring a goal. Well, he didn't score it, but he just got the assist. What a goal for Malvern.
Yeah, Zach took the words right out of my mouth. You get pucks on net, Gross not able to control it, and it's an easy tap in for Jacobs. Really good job of charging for the rebound.
Yeah, that was, he was trying to go 5-hole, and it was sticked away by Gross. It's just you can't really do much when you had to stop an almost partial breakaway and have to then get the second guy coming in. Defensive lapse right there, but the other way, can LaSalle equalize it again? They do! Oh my goodness, it's Jake Hannon. 3-all, just like that.
Dylan, I was just about to say, Malvern did a great job of responding to giving up 2 straight goals. They come back to take the lead, and now here's LaSalle right back at them.
Malvern wants goalie interference, guys. Refs are meeting in the center ice. Let's see what they have to say.
They might have a point here. I'd understand it without looking back at the replay. There were men right in front in the blue paint. It was a sketchy looking play no matter what. We'll see what the call is. Referee coming back to, well, the refs are talking it out. The linesman coming with the puck. We don't know.
This is a tough call to make, especially without the benefit of replay.
Well, they're announcing the goal by Jeremy Jacobs, scored right before that goal. Michael Casey in there wondering what in the world is going on.
And Dylan, this is something, if it's not called right away, I find trouble that they're going to make the call now.
Now you almost look at revisionist history. Hey, if you want the replay, go on the Flyers Cup YouTube channel. Looks like they're going to keep it as a goal.
Yeah, I think that's something, if you don't call that right away, I don't think there's really anything you can do on that one.
These teams are so even. 24 shots apiece, 3 goals apiece. I believe it was Hannon who got on the end of that puck. We'll see what the official call is. But the brother Hannon, it's going to be Medallo who gets credited with the goal. So Jake Hannon with one of the assists there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a Flyers Cup AAA final. LaRock, his pass into the slot. Big shot, big save. A turnaround shot, a rebound, his shot. It was blocked by Budzinski.
6 inches higher, he had a goal. Dylan couldn't elevate high enough.
Harris, right point. The shot, looking for a deflection. That was a little bit dangerous. Almost hit Medallo's skate. Kirk now spinning it around, trying to get it to the slot, to Costable. Can't work it. And now the clearing attempt hits a stanchion, and Chase Hannon will have that go into the netting. I mean, people are electrified right now because this is just bedlam. One way, it goes 3-2 Malvern. The other, it goes 3-3. Unbelievable.
It's incredible. It's just chaos. And Budzinski, this is a championship game. He's laying his whole body on the line to get in front of that shot. That's a huge play to keep it tied.
Face-off won by LaSalle. Moving it out is Michael Casey. Sauces it to Kimmel. Enters the zone, offsides. 3:14 high remaining in the second period of play. Everyone's still in school here. It's nice to have a little reference, Luke.
Yes, of course, Dylan.
Face off in the neutral zone. Won by LaSalle, but the puck bounces in neutral ice. No one can seem to get a handle on it. Finally, it's LaSalle. Daniel Whittock gets it in the corner. Has some help if he needs it in the form of Max Monzo. Whittock still holding it. Michael Casey is there too. Not Monzo, excuse me. That is David Kimmel. Casey now controls. Casey thrown up against the wall. Still fighting for control of the puck. 2:45 left in the period. Casey has it. Casey gives it back. And back into the slot. Oh, where is it? It's still loose. No one can seem to get a grip on it. And finally, it pops its way to the far corner for a chance by Jacobs. Jacobs, 2-on-2. Left circle, still holding it. Passing it to nobody in the slot. Sambuco is keeping it in the offensive zone for now. Has no help until Jacobs comes around and Doherty finally takes control of it. Gives it to Sambuco, who has to get it from behind. Gives it to Jacobs. Right circle, passing it. Oh, Jacobs had a wide open cage. Jacobs should have scored. Wow. Jackson Lindmar throws it into neutral ice. Doherty stops it. Lindmar had to not touch up because it would have been offside. A minute 50 left. Looking for Harris, who has to spin and get it. Harris, right circle, a shot, deflects off a stick and goes out of play. 1:44 left, 3-3. 26-26 shots.
I think that's the most amazing thing about it, Dylan. No matter what happened in this game so far, they are very balanced when it comes to shot attempts and opportunities on the opposing goaltender. So, I mean, as 1:44 left to go in the second period, who is going to outshoot the other, possibly outscore the other here, as we are still deadlocked at 3?
One face-off by Malvern. Harris the shot, blocked by the skate. And now the other way comes Keenan Schneider, who passes it up to Jake Hannon. Hannon gives it across to Max Medallo. The shot! It looked like it hit a helmet in front. Medallo has a few words with some of the players who are protecting their netminder with a minute and a half to go. You know,
Dylan, I thought we might see some conservative play here with only 90 seconds left because neither team wants to go into this long intermission down by 1 after the competitive match we've had through the first 2 periods.
Not at all. Face off to the right of the Tendi. It's one back. Medallo with the shot, deflects away. Back up to the point. Left circle now. Passing it, cannot find his man. That was Keenan Schneider. The other way comes Costable. Right wing zone entry, right circle, the shot. It doesn't go out of play. It actually goes up and into the metal bearings up top.
That was way up there.
That was. And we will have a fun intermission interview in a little bit. Kirk in the right circle. It's immediately cleared by LaSalle. And Doyle now will flow it off the boards. This is going to be called for icing as Gross goes to the puck. Minute 6 seconds remaining in the second period. And LaSalle will have another face-off. You know, for as much as we've come into this game with Malvern being the favorite, they've only lost once all season. LaSalle, they're really holding their own right now. They've at times looked better.
Yeah, Dylan, when you get to a championship game, I mean, all that stuff goes out the window. What you've done before doesn't matter. It's about what have you done for me lately. We've got a tie game here. Both these teams so
Kimmel the
competitive.
wraparound try. It's blocked by the stick of Purdy. Sambuco now has Jacobs, right wing. He has some space and speed. Right circle, passing it across. Sambuco could not get to the end of it. The other way, it's Casey who pops the puck up. Still holding it. On the backhand, passing it to Kimmel. Save, rebound, it rolled to the other corner. Passing it back into the slot. Casey coming back up from on the ice. It's kept in by Budzinski. It's Casey, left circle, dipsy-do, loses control. Budzinski now, down low, looking for Daniel Widdock. 25 seconds left. It's given away to the Friars. Widdock still fighting for it, can't do it. And a 3-on-3 opportunity the other way. LaRock now. Right circle, passing it into the slot, goes back up to the point, kept into the zone. A shot, deflection wide. 8 seconds left. Sambuco now. Cannot control it. Hannon just going to hold it up against the corner. 2 seconds and 2 periods in the books between Malvern and LaSalle. 3-3. What an incredible game we've got so far tonight.
It's just been phenomenal, Dylan. This is what championship games are all about. I cannot wait for the third period, but I'm actually pretty excited for this intermission, Dylan.
Yes, this intermission will be fun. We'll tell you all about it in just a little bit. And we'll be right back after this break.
When you're investing in Malvern Prep, you're investing in over 175-year history of all boys Augustinian education.
If you're looking for a well-rounded education that prepares your son, this is the place that will build the foundation to shape you for the future.
We're going to inculcate in students a love for lifelong learning, and we want a strong moral character. The rest is fun, learning, exploring, and enjoying life.
When you're investing in
Hello and welcome to the second intermission report. I am Dylan Coyle, joined alongside all-time Philadelphia Flyer, Bob Kelly. Bob, thank you so much.
Dylan, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. More than happy to have you on. When I found out you were coming on, I fought Eric Ty for the chance to talk to you on air. Eric's laughing in the corner, but excited to have you on. So I guess the first question that everyone should have on their minds, they see you all the time at Philadelphia Flyers games. What do you do for the team?
I have fun. Life's all about having fun. Basically, we work in the community. The games are just one small part of what we do. Always get a chance to honor a hometown hero down there. I've had Navy SEALs, commanders of ships and stuff. That's been really cool. And then we do the same thing with like lead people there who are, making a difference as leaders in a society and all that. So meet a lot of great people there. We have a lot of our sponsors show up at the games and that. So get a chance to really walk around, mingle. Mites on ice are always fun watching them. This is their goal to get up, to colleges and schools and stuff like that. So.
You ever see any players out here that remind you of yourself?
Well, I'll tell you what. There's more hitting in these games. They're fun to come to and do. And we've been doing. I can't tell you how many years I've been doing the cups up here, giving out stuff. But it's fun. I mean, these kids play hard. They hit. They work hard for each other. And it's nice to have a cheering crowd on each end of the building in here. It's nice to see people.
Yes, it is. It is. And as we do see a light at the end of the tunnel, we hope that more of this is able to happen. So tell us a little bit about the Flyers Cup's creation, because I know Mr. Snyder held a very high regard for this, and he was a big part of its creation.
Yeah, well, this is the 42nd year, I believe, of the Cup here, and when he was involved in the startup and all that stuff, it's all about having some place to showcase our kids and give them something, and then he's been able to take it further out into the community and all that and start it. So it's been well. There's been great leaders here, keeping the program rolling along and all that, and it's so much put into it, and what a great opportunity. And I tell all the kids I get an opportunity, speaking to like Temple kids, I've been on a couple shows with Rob Ellis and that, and I'm telling you what, get your education. If you can use hockey to get your education, because the money may sound good, but one hit on your leg, you're done. You need that education. So important. And you're playing a sport, a team sport. You learn how to, adapt to an environment where we need to get along with each other, interact with each other and stuff. And so much is lost today with the computers and telephones, and nobody, doesn't want a phone call, but they'll text you back in a heartbeat.
I feel like this is a direct hit at my generation.
No, God, no. We had a simpler life growing up.
Yes, absolutely.
So.
And I'm sure a lot of that did come with Flyers Cup. There weren't really any broadcasts for the most part.
No, the rinks weren't as dense as they are right now and stuff like that. There's more opportunities out here. And when I broke in, there was only 12 teams. Now there's soon to be 32 teams, so more job opportunities for people, get involved in the industry and the environment. And nothing like being around hockey and watching play.
It's best sport for a reason, isn't it?
It is. It's competitive. You build friendships. We have the Philadelphia Warriors that we have 4 teams playing out there now, and you see, all the way through. We go to the Power Wheelchair kids. We go to the sled hockey kids. So we've got a lot of great places that give us a lot of fulfillment for being able to help out and patronize and sponsor.
That's part of the reason so many players who played for the Flyers come back in some fold. It's all about giving back.
Yeah. Well, we do a big golf outing every year in June down there at DuPont, and we bring in 50 or 60 alumni guys, so it's so great seeing the guys. All the decades get along great together. When we played the big 50th game there in the Wells Fargo Center, the decades get along great. There's been great characters in all the different decades and all that, and it's so nice because we watched them as they came through, and now they're one of us, so it's pretty cool.
Okay, so talk about golf. Worst and best golfer from the Flyers?
Probably, well, the best, you got to go with Joe Watson. If not, you'll never hear the end of it. And Jeremy Roenick is probably a really good golfer.
Yeah.
JR is out there. Yeah, some guys play. You either like it or you just go out and have a fun time. And so we like to have a fun time and tell old stories and, just keep it going. It's all about being a team.
Back then, you didn't have much time to go to golfing with all the Stanley Cups the Flyers were winning, right?
Yeah, well, you know what? We were very, very fortunate. We had tremendous ownership to start with Mr. Snyder. We had a great general manager in Keith Allen. Freddie was perfect for us because he was in a fog, but he was so smart and sharp. And, if you got a real quick time here,
we're
going to play the Boston Bruins in the first Stanley Cup. So Freddie walks in, he goes, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give the puck to Bobby Orr. So why the heck would we want to do that? That's the last guy he wanted. And he said, I'm telling you, I want you to dump it in his corner. I want you on him. I want you bumping him, hitting and checking him. But I don't want nothing dirty. I don't want you taking a stupid penalty on him. He'll start to break down by the third period. By the third game, he'll start to show signs. Then we get ready to play the Russians, and Freddie walks in and he goes, here's how we're going to play the Russians. And he started drawing this elaborate stuff up there. Like, we can't even follow the stuff on that. And he had a game plan in there. He'd studied. He'd been to Russia before and everything. So we listened to Freddie. We had good success with him. And then when we played Montreal going for three-peat, we didn't have Bernie Pront. We didn't have Rick McClish. We lost a couple of big pieces there. And, they beat us by 2 goals in the last game. I think it was 1 goal. So we didn't do bad, but we didn't win. We got smoked in 4. So, kind of a sore spot for everybody. We all wanted a party.
You're bringing it up.
Oh, yeah, I know. But I'm just saying it was a sore spot. But, the fans in Philadelphia, second to none. I came here as a 19-year-old kid, and, I was very fortunate to be able to spend 10 years here in Philadelphia, the best time of my life. And, this is my home. My family's here. I've raised kids. I still have kids in high school, believe it or not. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
A little younger than us, so are they playing any Flyers Cup action?
No, she's field hockey and lacrosse, and so the other one, so they're doing good.
Awesome. Well, I guess my last question is, what have you seen from this game tonight? Let's talk about this one because we're about to go into the third period.
Yep. It's an awesome game tied up here. Malvern come out pretty hot there, but LaSalle, they didn't lose their composure. 2 games, they just kept pounding. The kids are in there. The tempo changed a little bit more, but, the skating and the puck and the reads and all that, I mean, you can tell that, Wally does a good job over there coaching and stuff like that. And he just seemed to keep the team calm. Both teams are hitting really well. It's a good spirited game. A lot of spirit in here. And then with all your fans that you have in here, I mean, it just brings the building to life.
Yes.
It's just awesome to see, that enthusiasm in here, and they're young kids working hard. And like I said, they probably hope to get to a D1 school.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
so.
I'll tell you what. They'd smoke me every time I try to go out on the ice. You feel like you can compete with them right now?
Me? Oh, God, no. I wouldn't last very long. I'd be in the box.
You could probably beat me pretty
Listen,
well.
You got a great career coming as a DJ up here, and what you're doing here, announcing the games and all that.
Thank you so much.
Plenty of opportunities. Got a good support staff around you, which makes it. It's all about the team.
It is.
So
we have so much fun, and we're great friends as well. So we couldn't do it without all of everybody.
Yeah. No, it takes teamwork to do that, and I'll be back for a couple more nights too. So
and we're looking forward to fraternizing a little bit more.
Yeah,
but
watch Brad Marsh doesn't hit his head coming in here. If you're allowed to
yeah,
say
he's a tall dude. He's a tall guy. But Bob, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the third period.
I will. Thank you to all your staff. Great job, guys. And
Thank
Dylan,
you.
Very nice meeting you guys.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Appreciate that. We will be back for the third period of play in just a few moments. Period number 3 of a fantastic game to decide the 2021 AAA Flyers Cup champion. It will be the first time in 2 calendar years that we will have a champion at the end of a Flyers Cup. We're all ready for it. KC versus Sambuco, won by LaSalle. This is electric. 17 minutes. Liam Gross now behind cage. Hannon in the corner, the near corner. LaSalle now going left to right like they did in the first period. Casey couldn't get the puck. It's Jacobs. Losing the puck. It's Kimmel. Right wing. Trying to dipsy-do Scherer. Almost snuck through 2. Couldn't sneak through 3. And Michael Casey will sauce it over to Andrew Budzinski. It's LaRock now for Malvern. Behind cage. Has Jacobs, takes Jacobs. And the pass cross ice, it's intercepted by Casey, who pokes at it and gives it to Chase Hannon. 1 assist versus Father Judge in this game, Chase Hannon, or coming into this game as a whistle is blown for icing with a minute gone in this third period. Luke, Zach, we had a great talk with Bob Kelly in the intermission, saying a lot of great things about this game, and what are your takes on this final period?
I'm just so excited. I can't wait to see who the hero is. In these types of games, there's always that one guy that's going to make a memory that he'll remember forever.
Doyle, left point, a shot, not even through traffic, so it was an easy save for Liam Gross in the corner boards. Kirk fighting for it, trying to shove his man off the puck for it, and it comes back out to the defensive zone for Doyle. Doyle will pass it to Costable. Costable has some traffic to deal with, almost was able to move it through, but couldn't get past the stick of Max Medallo. Purdy watches it as it goes to Doyle. His long stretch pass bounces off the boards. Gross gets it. Icing was waved off his pass. It's just in front of Timothy Whittock. The other way, Malvern right circle shot. Another shot. What a huge stick save. That was the save of the tournament. Oh my goodness. The other way, a chance to make that count. A shot gloved down by Purdy. That save was, just remember it. Remember that save and bow down to Liam Gross.
Unbelievable. And Dylan, you know, what I was going to say to the answer to your question was how these goaltenders react to the pressure and the situation that they're put in. But it doesn't seem like that's affecting Gross whatsoever. Locked in right now.
Luke, you're hitting our cameraman, Chris Berger.
That's what I do when I'm excited, Dylan. That was an incredible save.
Right circle offensive zone face-off win for the Explorers. Still finding its way. Right circle shot. Hits a body. Comes back to the point. It is kept in by Hannon, who takes a hit while doing it. Donatucci was the man there, but it's Christopher Winnick behind the board, or behind the cage against the boards. Doherty finds the puck and pushes it to Jonathan Holt. Comes out to the neutral zone, but thrown right back in by Jackson Lindmar. Looks like it's going to be an offsides call here. And they'll have the face-off right in front of Zach Demuse on the bench. How's everything down there, Zach?
Both teams just kind of keeping their composure right now, Dylan. Bench, at least the Malvern bench over here, keeping the same kind of message throughout. We don't fold, and so far they have not folded yet. And 14:50 left to go in this third period. We'll see who folds first.
We shall absolutely see. David Kimmel, Michael Casey. Casey with the shot. Missed it. Near post. Duquette keeps it in with the backhand. Still fighting for possession is Daniel Whittock. There's a man down to the ice there. Nothing comes of it. Michael Casey watches his man as they come into the zone. It's Jimmy Jacobs behind cage. Back up to the right point. A shot down low, looking for deflection. It was a weak one. Didn't even dribble on cage. And Scherer will slap that one back in the zone 3 minutes into this period. For a reset as Duquette will get the puck. And the pass eventually does go to Daniel Whittock. Both men fall down on the ice. Jake Hannon couldn't get the puck. Sam Bucco now, left wing. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Kirk will just tap it in to LaSalle ice. And Chase Hannon will take the puck that no one seems to want to have a hold of right now. Doherty shoves Schneider. And the puck finally finds its way to Jake Hannon. All by himself for the time being. Holds up, has some help. Hannon now. Medallo can't reach it, but it's Harris. Matt Harris, right wing zone entry, has speed, right circle, a shot. Raised right over the net. And there's a shot by Doherty. I think he was looking to just dump it into the zone below the goal line. Costable now. Right circle, losing control of it. And now it's Jake Hannon giving it up to Schneider. Keenan Schneider had 2 assists and 4 penalty minutes in his game against Holy Ghost. The semifinal, a 5-3 win versus the 3 seed. LaSalle the 2 seed, Malvern the 1 seed. Doesn't matter, they're tied. Timothy Whittock almost intercepted it, takes a hit from Kirk and sends it into the zone. It's quieted down here in this third period. Doyle, a backhand chip to Holt. It finds its way to Harris with speed, leaning to his left, around the cage! Hit the goalpost. Harris now backhanding it, hits the side of the net before being taken by LaSalle. And Christopher Winnick cannot reach it before LaRock smashes it against the boards. And it's popped up in the air. Gross backhands it. Scherer pinching, but it hit a stanchion. It's still popping. No one knows where it is. It's Campbell. Down at the goal line. A shot in the crease. Oh, it's still loose. It pops out. Referee blowing the whistle.
I think the net came off, Dylan.
Gotcha.
Because that puck was not covered up.
No.
Net was off there. Interesting to see how LaSalle played that. Wasn't sure where the puck was. Both defenders just got on their hands and knees in front of the net, not allowing anything easy for the Friars.
12 minutes. Tie game?
Tied in shots too, Dylan. Incredible yet again.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Daniel Whittock can't take it. Hannon does. And look who's out on the ice. Mr. Kimmel, Mr. Casey. Hannon moves it. Left wing zone entry. Daniel Whittock has Kimmel the trailer. Has Casey as well. Oh, a hard hit into the boards. It looks like he's okay, however. Sambuco now. Left wing zone entry. Jacobs crisscrossing with him. Left circle. Sharp angle shot. Hits a stick of Hannon and goes out of play.
Back and forth period right now, Dylan. As you said, neither team really controlling the puck all that well. I think Malvern has had two of the big chances. We saw the huge save by Gross, and then Matthew. Sorry about that. We had a Malvern wraparound attempt that didn't go either, but it's been Malvern with the two best chances, but neither team's really gotten a hold of this game.
Interesting to see how the D are playing also, guys, not pinching too far because they don't want to get caught.
A shot from a far place of the offensive zone goes nowhere. This puck is going to be iced down the end of the ice. And we'll have a face-off right again happening to the left of Liam Gross. You know, we said this was going to be a goaltending battle. And I don't think this 3-3 score is typically classified as a goaltending battle, but it's the quality of the saves. Because there's a lot of goals that would be expected to go in.
Yeah, for sure. And you look at how this game started with so many back and forth odd man rushes for both teams. The fact that it's still 3-3 is representative of how good these guys have been.
Madalo will slap it into the zone. Kirk now. He has it. Has space. Passing it across to the right side. Constable looking for some options. Spinning with it, however, is Andrew Budzinski, who's been a big factor defensively in this game for LaSalle. Charging up with it. And he'll just leave it there for his teammates to get some rest and get off the ice. Puck swung into the zone. Constable sticking at it. Holt avoids getting his stick lift, and we'll just send it again. Behind cage. Lots of dump and chases in this one. Budzinski. His seeing eye pass is way over the stick, called for an icing. 10.5 to go in the final period of play.
It's just really interesting to see, Dylan, who's going to come out on top. Both these teams have done well in third periods in Flyers Cup play. Malvern outscoring their opponents 3-1. LaSalle outscoring theirs 6-1. So these are periods that each of these teams are used to winning.
Sambuco loses the draw for the Friars, and it's Casey racing to it. Casey avoids a hip check. Gives it to Kimmel, right wing side. Has some speed, doesn't have space. Still holding on to it. Behind the goal line, getting checked off the puck. Casey comes to his rescue, and Casey loses the puck. It's a 2-on-2. Sambuco on the left side. Has Jimmy Jacobs on the right side with the puck, and that one goes out of play. 10 minutes, 6 seconds left in the period, and it's gotten very, very slow.
One thing to look at, Dylan, every time Malvern enters the zone, 9 times out of 10, it's the right winger who has it. And instead of cutting towards the center of the ice, they keep trying to go to the far outside, stay along the boards. Hasn't worked for them so far in this period or this game. Look to see if some adjustments are made, and I'll keep my ear out for them as well.
LaSalle has won 25 faceoffs. Malvern 18 in this game. Make that 19 for Malvern. Puck rolling all the way into the defensive side of the ice for the Friars. Swatting it ahead. Matt Harris is there to watch it. Cannot get it. And with the puck is Schneider. Right wing zone entry. It's a lot of right wing zone entries for both teams. Madalo in the corner. Gets checked down, still holds the puck. It pops into the air, still bouncing, and it's swatted at by Schneider. The Friars control it though. Near the boards, or near the benches I should say. Right wing side, a shot! Gloved easily as he could want it by Gross. And Harris and he share a well done right there. Nice bit of sportsmanship, you should say.
And on Zach's point of when Malvern or even LaSalle is going into the zone, not being able to get to the middle, it looks like anytime either team enters the zone, there's 2 or 3 guys on defense already on their way back, clogging up that middle. No one can get anywhere near the slot to get a shot off.
Puck sitting down in the dot, and it's finally taken by LaSalle for Doyle to get. You have to wonder if not having the top dishmaster in Blanco is hurting this Malvern Friars team. Giving away the puck is Gross, and it's still rolling to the left circle. Back up to Doyle, who takes a shot well wide. It bounces to the opposite corner. That could have been a little bit of a scary situation. It avoids, though. Hannon now holds it, waits for some help. Oh, what a nice dipsy-do! Still has to take it from Doherty. His pass to the right circle. No one's home. It's Trainer now, the small number 23, with the puck. Down the left wing, still holding on to it. Fighting for control is just triple team there and loses it. Halfway through this period. This is going to be an icing on LaSalle, a common theme of this period so far.
Both teams playing their best hockey of the night over this first 8.5 minutes so far. Dylan, I hate to make it seem like this, but we're really waiting for the first team to make a mistake. Who makes the mistake first? And it seems like it's going to cost them a Flyers Cup.
This is the best Malvern has played, I think, throughout the entire night, too. Consistent pressure. Just have not been able to get the finish. There was that huge save, remember, though, by Liam Gross. Below cage. Jacobs now. Far corner. Puts it up to the right point. It's LaRock. His pass. It was a one that did not have a high chance of success. Back to Jacobs. And Scherer has it in his defensive zone now. It's kept in. Onside. Daniel Whittock. It's kept in again. Matt Giordano. Giordano keeps it in one more time. It's Casey. He passes it into the slot. Could not get it and corral it to his stick blade. It's Jacobs now. His cross-ice pass. It does not find the intended target of the other Jacobs. And it's going to be an icing on Malvern. First one in a long time.
Yeah, another icing. You mentioned it, Dylan. This game's really slowed down. And Zach, I mean, he hit it right on the head. Nobody wants to make that mistake. Everyone plays so tight, so conservative right now. Nobody is being the aggressor. And this is almost where you can take that chance. I feel like you got to go for this lead. You don't want to play a little bit scared.
In a way, that is the issue. No one wants to make the mistake, so it is more of that conservative play right now. Right wing dump into the glove of Gross. That's a smart play to get an offensive zone face-off for the Friars.
Draw something up here, Dylan, and you know, another suggestion throw out there. Both teams still have their timeouts. Who's going to take that timeout first? Is a timeout even going to be called? But as we get closer and closer to the end of this third period, might not be a bad idea to think about it.
Face off. No one's won it yet. Finally, Kirk gets it from Malvern. Kirk trying to force it into the slot. It comes back down low, and no shot attempt was taken successfully there. Puck. It was a high pop-up, and it's taken by Schneider. Schneider tried to cut at the blue line, could not make it work, and it's given away to the Friars. Schneider pokes at it, and it goes out of play into his bench. Face-off coming right in front of the Friars bench.
This is just such a contrast to the hockey we got earlier in this game. Guys flying up and down the ice. Now we're getting whistles every other play, and it's just really interesting to see what this is what pressure does, Dylan. It changes you.
It truly does. Face-off now going to be held at the center ice dot. Some retro music being played all tonight. We're having a good time. We hope you are as well. Chase Hannon will give it across to Budzinski. He finds Christopher Wennick. Wennick, left circle, a shot wide of cage. The other way, Campbell stumbles, loses control of the puck. It's Timothy Whittock who has it, still controls it, gives it to Wennick. Whittock almost gets it back, and Trainer will control it and just float it to the opposite end of the ice. Budzinski, Wennick eludes him. Trainer now. Shoveling it is Campbell. And Trainer, Campbell, they're going off for a change. Chase Hannon now has some speed. goes near the bench area and has some dipsy-doos that the student section really loved.
Went through about 3 guys on that play.
There's not been a shot by LaSalle in a while. 2 guys are on the ice that could make that change, though. Whittock, his pass to Kimmel eludes him, and Scherer now passes it to his defensive partner. This puck is dumped in. 6 minutes left. And that clock, it's looming. Could overtime happen? Or does Michael Casey have something to say about it? Back to Kimmel, right circle, into the slot, left circle, shot! It's blocked, another shot, it's still in the crease. No one can seem to get a handle on it, and Casey does. Far corner, Casey shoved down to the end of the ice, gets up, and still controls it, kicks it up. Left point, a shot right into the breadbasket of Purdy. And that shot clock counter, well, not clock, the ticker, I guess you could say, has ticked up by 2 more.
Dylan, new message from the Malvern bench. Everything goes to the net. Sounds cliche, sounds like the first thing we learn when we're learning the game of hockey, but it's so true right now. 5:34 left to go in the third. We got a tie game. Everything's going into the net for both of these teams.
And give Pierre Larocque a lot of credit blocking that shot in the slot, keeping it away from Purdy.
Face-off one and a quick shot off the face-off. It had to be saved by Purdy. Puck still bouncing. Doyle spins it, backhands it. Matt Harris. Budzinski now. We'll throw it in. Purdy, still a tie game with 5 to go. Hannon sticks it. Left half boards, the far half boards as it changes directions when it changes sides and possession. Oh, it's a really nice play by Desmond to keep it in. His shot, sharp angle, low right circle, and it's saved. 5:05 to go. 3-3, shots 34 apiece.
Yeah, even little moments like that can get a bit scary. Not being able to get the puck out of your own zone, a little poke through some guy's legs, and then just getting the shot on net. That's all it could take.
Could be a dirty goal.
In the game, yeah.
A goal is a goal, and a dirty goal could win a championship. LaSalle looking to go back-to-back. 19-21. Remember, there was no champion crown last year due to the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. Doherty for the Friars. Center, shot, oh, it was well wide, but bounced right back out for Gross to pounce on it. The whistle is blown. Malvern's last AAA Flyers Cup title, 2005. They won 5 in a row. LaSalle won 4 in a row in the early 2010s. Both looking to be crowned a champion here. Face off to the right of Gross and Jacobs in the dot. It's won back by Jacobs. And his brother will try and shovel it back to him. It doesn't work. Hannon. I feel like Chase Hannon has played almost the entire game. Oh no, it's Kimmel. Right circle shot, pad save, rebound. Another huge save by Purdy. Casey, left half boards. Still controlling. It's Whittock. Whittock. Holding. Hannon is there. Whittock keeps it in. Will smash it into the body of Chase Hannon. He'll give it to Casey, who loses it. Hannon can keep it in the zone. Has some space. Gives it down deep. It's Kimmel. Casey couldn't get it on goal. Whittock being fought by Larocque. Offensive zone time here. It's always because of Kimmel and Casey. A shot on Purdy. It's easily saved. Oh, and a big shoulder-to-shoulder right there. Casey will lose it. He tried to make an effort all by himself. It didn't work, and Jacobs has it. Jacobs with the shot. Oh, that was a dangerous-looking attempt. 3.5 to go here. Puck floating to Costable in his defensive side. Costable loses the puck. Medallo trying to smash it between his legs for Keenan Schneider to take, who does take it now. Schneider, his slapper, a dump, is immediately rejected. Budzinski floats it to Jake Hannon. Right circle, Jake Hannon looking for the deflection. It doesn't work, back into the slot. Net off its moorings. Wow.
Wow, in the great words of Zach Demuse and the Malvern bench, clean it up. There's a lot going on in front of Purdy right there. Fortunately for Malvern, That net coming off might have slowed down a lot of traffic in front.
Purdy's best save of the third period, guys, was the rebound off the backboards. He came over and made a huge pad save. Puck looked like it may have been going wide, but he got over there and got just enough of it to make sure that it did.
Far offensive zone face-off for the Explorers. Kirk in for the Friars. It's won by Schneider. Kept in the zone by Duquette. Hannon, oh, that deflected off of Hannon. It looked innocent enough. And Madalo and Costabile, right at the Malvern students, they have some things to say to each other.
Nothing looks innocent anymore, Dylan. With just 3 minutes left in a tie game in the championship, anything on the net is worrisome.
Again, a face-off. Could it potentially decide the Flyers Cup champion for the AAA division? Madalo doesn't have it. Oh, we might have a 3-on-2 for the Friars if they hurry. Right circle, shot! Oh, it just rose over the cage and hit a stanchion. It bounced right back out. Duquette gives it to Schneider, who has some dipsy-doos. He's still with the puck. Right circle. Schneider cannot get it off on his forehand, but he still holds it and floating it right back into the slot. Nothing there. With a lot of time, a lot of space, it's Harris. Can he be the hero again? Opposite side, Costabile comes together with Chase Hannon. Sharon now, left point, slapper. It hits a body. It comes down low. The spinorama, it doesn't go. Casey to Schneider. The bench of Malvern, they wanted a high stick there. Casey, it comes back to Schneider. Right circle, into the slot. No one could get a stick on it. Kimmel losing control of the puck. Nerves are high. 2 minutes left in regulation time. If we don't have a winner, we go to overtime. Casey, though, enters his own centrally. Puck is rolling. He gives it back into the slot. Shot wide. With speed, it's Sambuco, the captain. Left wing zone entry, left circle, controlling his sharp angle shot. Liam Gross says no.
I don't think anybody's surprised with the play of the goaltenders, Dylan. I mean, we started with 31 shots apiece just about 3 minutes ago. Now it's 38-37 in favor of LaSalle. They've been seeing heavy traffic. A lot of shots coming their way, and they're both standing up to the mission, and they're both looking great so far.
Face-off one, deep slot shot by Larocque. Nothing doing there. Duquette pinned up against the wall. It's Jacobs now. Jimmy Jacobs back up to Scherer in the left point. Scherer loses control of it, comes out to neutral ice. They'll have to tag up. 1 minute 20 left. The next goal, surely it has to win the championship, the Flyers Cup, for one of these teams. Matt Giordano with speed, trying to do it all himself. Left circle, a shot, down low, pad save, covered up by Purdy.
Great job by Purdy there, keeping that rebound in with his stick. There were about 4 Explorers following that shot to the net. If he lets that one go, who knows what happens.
LaSalle has now controlled all of the momentum in the second half of this third period. 1 minute, 5 seconds remaining. No one, I mean no one, does not feel the nerves coursing through their veins. Tim Whittock loses the face-off for the Explorers. Matt Harris, left wing zone entry, tries to cut into the middle. It doesn't work, and it's cleared out of zone under a minute left in this third period of play. Doyle now. Left wing zone entry, dipsy-do, he almost makes his way by, but he fell down. There was a hit there. Schneider cannot catch up to it as the puck rolls right in front of the Malvern bench. Doyle, he passes it to Matt Harris. He was the hero in the semifinal. Can he be the hero tonight? Doyle a shot, it deflects, almost goes in, but Liam Gross again with 29.8 left rejects it.
Dylan, this is going to come down to the last second.
It very well might. Under half a minute remaining and a timeout is called. Or a timeout looked to be called by Malvern. What is happening right now? The bench is not happy.
Refs.
So it looks like by accident, Malvern took a timeout.
The refs look like, well, obviously they awarded Malvern a timeout. Malvern's screaming that they never called a timeout. So I don't know what the decision is here. I looked at the coach, and he was giving a little bit of a T signal. Referees may have thought that's what he meant, but he could have just been giving his team a play. Not sure exactly what happened, but it is an official timeout on the ice.
Well, if you don't want it to be mistaken for a timeout,
use a different signal.
Yeah, we were confused up here. We didn't exactly know what was happening. Sambuco was not a happy camper with the timeout being called right there. Maybe he wanted to go with the momentum. But Malvern, out of the timeout, both fully rested teams.
We saw Matthew Harris, hero of the last game. Got to watch out for him here.
Will there be a play drawn up? I can guarantee it. Harris, Sambuco, Costable, Larock, Doherty for the Explorers. Budzinski, Casey, Hannon, Whittock, and David Kimmel. Your best lines. That's what you need at this point in the game. Face-off, won by the Explorers. Whittock. Puck goes out of play into the LaSalle bench. And the puck will come back for a face-off in the offensive zone from Malvern.
Immediately called it hit a player on the bench. So it did not hit off the boards, hit off the player's arm, the referee signaled.
Face-offs 30-27 for LaSalle. Harris in the dot, tries to take a shot immediately, doesn't work. Hannon now. You can get the sense LaSalle just want to end this period here on a high note, but maybe it's going to be an even higher note. Larock back defensively, will float it up. Casey has it, can't corral it. 9 seconds to go. Costable, right wing side. It's Harris. Harris with the shot. Oh, it hit the side of the net. Another shot. Almost a winner in the dying seconds. And we're going to overtime here in the Flyers Cup final for the AAA side.
It's poetic, Dylan. This is how it should finish.
Wow. We're going to keep it live into the first overtime period. You heard the PA announcer. 51 minutes was not enough.
So we talked about how Malvern has gone to 3 overtime games this season. They've won all of them. 2 of them have gone to shootouts that they won. And the one that was decided in overtime, Pierre Larock scored the game winner. All those games were against Holy Ghost. So this LaSalle team, though, they don't have experience in overtime. We'll see if that comes out here. But as we said before, everything in the regular season goes out the window a bit when you get to overtime and when you're in the championship game.
This matchup is supposed to be the APAC final as well. Not this game specifically, but these two teams. I mean, can you imagine what that game is going to be like once it's scheduled?
Yeah, if we get an actual APAC championship down the road, I mean, these teams, they've given every bit of heart they have tonight. So I don't even know what they have in the tank for that one.
We still have 3 more championship games in the Flyers Cup after this.
If they're anywhere near the level of this one, I'll be very happy.
I don't know how you can get to the level of this one.
That's a great point. This has been an incredible game. This is what the Flyers Cup's all about. A lot of competition, intensity, leaving everything on the line.
So first overtime period, they switch sides. So it's the same as the second period. It's a period of a long change. So an ill-timed line change could cost the team. Overtime. Next goal wins it. Michael Casey wins the face-off. Jacobs immediately takes it. Nerves always up right now. It's Jacobs. Near corner boards. He sped right by it. Whittock has it. Left wing. Past the red line. Floats it in. Chases his own dump. Kimmel going in as well hard. Casey comes to the half boards. It's him falling down, not able to get the puck, but it is taken now by Jacobs. Right wing side. Enters the zone. Has Budzinski to worry about. Budzinski, good defensive stick. Again, Below cage, Budzinski is able to push it, but LaRock pinching. Can he keep it in? He does. And back out to the slot. Almost an opportunity there for Jacobs. The period of the long change. It could catch them out here. The Friars have it. Left wing side, it's Trainer. Below goal, they want to go low-high. Near half boards. Trainer finds Kirk, the big body. Back to Harris. Harris up to the left point. It's Doherty. Wrist shot through traffic, and it's saved. It's kept in by Doherty to the rock. Space. It's blocked by Budzinski. What a force Budzinski has been. It's Hannon. He's already scored. Gets it back. Jake Hannon, right circle, a shot, down low, rebound. Still loose. The puck was never covered.
It's still out there right now.
Quick whistle.
And we talked about how important rebounds are in a situation like this. Purdy not able to bring it in, but getting the benefit of the doubt there.
Yeah, Purdy's got to be careful. That's the second time he let a big rebound out in front. He made a normal save, but the rebound almost cost him there yet again. I agree, guys. Quick whistle. I thought at first the net may have came off, but very surprised with that whistle.
Tim Weddock in the face-off dot for LaSalle. This is one that Malvern wins. Coming out of the zone, the puck is. Jacobs will feed it to Sambuco. Sambuco, left circle, a shot. It's coming down. Score! Jimmy Jacobs! For the first time since 2005, the Malvern Friars, AAA champions.
And it was off a rebound, Dylan, just as we talked about.
Elation at one end, disappointment at the other. A champion is crowned. Incredible.
What a game. Just I'm speechless. This was an incredible game.
Zach, the Malvern bench said, put anything on goal. And a rebound came out. Exactly that happened.
Language being thrown all over the place, guys. Didn't want to catch any of it on air, but I think the thing that's disappointing Gross the most, making him the most upset was it was another rebound. As we talked about, it was a mediocre shot, but he just let it sneak by him, and luckily for Malvern, a guy was at the right place at the right time to put the puck into the back of the net. Obviously Malvern's going to go home victorious tonight, guys, but you got to give credit to both of these teams. That unbelievable game. I don't know if we could have asked for a better Flyers Cup AAA game than this in overtime. And you're right. Message the whole time was get pucks to the net. That's exactly what they did. They crashed the net, put it into the back of the net. Malvern moves on.
Wow.
Malvern's overtime experience coming through again.
The pictures say it all. Brad Marsh and Bob Kelly will be presenting awards to the players on both sides of the ice. Flyers Cup president Eric Ty making sure with Steve Mashani and John Pobey that the trophy, which has not been awarded since 2019 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, will be safely carried to its rightful owner, the Malvern Prep Friars. The only question is, who's going to go and carry it first? Jimmy Jacobs scored 0 goals in the regular season, 12 games. He scored 3 against Sally's, and he is the man tonight. No surprise with Michael Casey getting this side of the award. He was fantastic, but obviously it's not the award he would have liked. Sambuco played extraordinarily well. Captain of the Friars. And Doherty, you know what? We said his name many times for all of the right reasons. Quinn Doherty was brilliant. And don't forget about Andrew Budzinski. He was awesome as well. Not a defensive scoring machine, but you know what? He plays defense. And sometimes being strong when the puck's coming at you is all that matters. Anthony Purdy wins goaltender of the tournament. And while Liam Gross played extraordinarily well, Anthony Purdy came into this one with a .934 save percentage. I believe this is the player of the tournament. Correct me if I'm wrong down here, boys. Oh.
MVP, yep.
Is it any surprise that it's Matthew Harris winning tournament MVP?
They wouldn't even be here without Matt Harris from last game.
A hero. Go get your cup, the captains. Sambuco, Harris, Costable, and you know who that is? It's Chris Blanco, who wasn't able to play, but he's still going to lift it. Your AAA 2021 Flyers Cup champions, the Malvern Friars. From all of us with the TU Ice Network and the Flyers Cup, thank you so much for tuning in to this incredible matchup between two well-deserving teams in Malvern and LaSalle. Join us again tomorrow for the single and AA Flyers Cup championships. We'll be at 6:15 and 8:15, both at Iceline, both on the same YouTube channel. And wow.
I don't know if you noticed, Dylan, but Gross is over congratulating everybody. Very emotional down here on the ice. He was being consoled by his teammates and now being congratulating the Malvern Prep Friars. Just shows the true sportsmanship behind this great sport.
Well, that's definitely what I think everyone would like to see, sportsmanship. Even if it's at a time where champions are getting it and the trophy in front of students. Doesn't matter. That is something that, while it'll hurt, the sportsmanship is unmatched. Again, thank you so much for watching with us. An incredible game. As the great Gene Hart once said, good night and good hockey.